Great news out of Queensland. Great news out of Queensland. The idiot Premier there, Stephen Miles, who of course definitely wasn't laughing when asked a question about youth crime, but yes, he was asked a question about youth crime and laughed. New polls say every Labor MP, massive trouble right now. The whole government looks like finally, 4 years too late, but still, looks like it's going to get swept out. Now, the eventual election result probably will be a little more generous than this, but you need to have a look. Have a look at your two-party preferred. Labor hasn't been leading since June of 2022, and now the LNP is rocketing a lot higher in two-party preferred, and Labor's in the pot right now, and that's, on the primary vote. The two-party preferred vote, as you can see there, is about the best part of, 56-44. Giggles said this about polls that say he'll be looking for a job by the end of the year, and I couldn't be happier.
I'm spending my time in the regions. I'm listening to Queenslanders. I'm aiming to deliver for them what they tell me their priorities are. That's what I'll keep doing. And all our opponents have is slick slogans and whinging.
As for the potential future Premier of Queensland, but again, there is one thing the Labor Party machine is very good at in Queensland, and it is throwing up a whole bunch of dust to confuse voters. So we'll see what happens. But David Crucifulli, the LNP leader, said this.
The numbers that drive us are the numbers that Queenslanders are talking about. Rising power prices, rising youth crime, ambulance ramping spiralling out of control, not being able to get into the housing market.
Joe Biden, as unpopular as ever in the United States, here's the trajectory of his presidency. The pink there is his disapproval level, and as you can see, from August of 2022, my apologies, I've never had a squint there, he has gone into deep disapproval territory now, 56%. So they're trying to find a way for him to stand out from the crowd, and he ended up doing an interview with Howard Stern. Now, Howard Stern, of course, the private parts guy, is not the private parts guy anymore. Instead, he's a full suck-up now to the left, and he's sort of a COVID nutter and all the rest of it, you see, because he's trying to not get cancelled for things like blackface in his previous career and outrageous stuff and Sibians and all the rest of it, right? Well, he interviewed Joe Biden, and have a listen to what has happened to Howard Stern.
I want to thank you for your compassion. You know, the reason I'm so excited to talk to you was because I wanted to understand the tragedy in your life and how you dealt with it. And you're the kind of leader I love, because we're lucky to have you in the Oval Office and serving as the father of the country. Because if you're a good father to your family, which you are, I know you'd be a good father to the country. And I want to thank you for providing a calming influence.
Yeah, Hunter Biden, amazing. And then there's this sick event. We have a version of it here called the Midwinter Ball, I think, in Canberra. Oh, it's allegedly for charity. But what ends up happening at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is that all the people who are supposed to hold power to account get together with all of the people that run everything in Washington, lobbying firms, the politicians, all the rest of it. It's allegedly a star-studded affair. It's sick. It's really gross, right? It basically, they all laugh at how Biden dotters around, doesn't answer questions, all the rest of it. And then, as always, the president at this event gets the chance to show he's a stand-up comedian, and he's even bad at that.
Sleepy Don. Of course, the 2024 election's in full swing. And yes, age is an issue. I'm a grown man running against a 6-year-old. Age is the only thing we have in common. My vice president actually endorses me.
Check, please. Latest poll, even with Donald Trump in court and everything they've been throwing at him, still winning. Best part of 6 points. A little bit lower when everyone's on the ticket, but still, he's in front.